Guys, it's hella good to be back. I got to admit it. You guys have noticed on the channel the past couple days, I imagine, there haven't been videos. And as you know, past couple videos I've done, they've been in a different room. That's because I've been moving my setup constantly over the past couple days. And that's why I haven't been able to put videos out for the past, I think, 3 days. And it sucked, man. I love the fact that I took all that time to catch us up to the shows just for me to have to be delayed even more. I loved it. But we're here, and we're going to do something a bit different today. I told you guys in the community post recently that I want to try to do something a little bit different with videos right now. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to completely discard how we did it before, but I do want to try something a little different to try to spice it up. See the reception from you guys, you know? Because I've been feeling a little stale on videos as of late, to be honest. I've personally been feeling that. And I've had some of you guys tell me that as well. Trust me, I've been thinking that for a while myself, that I kind of wanted to change things up a bit. So today, we're obviously talking about Eminence and Shadow. That's why you clicked on this video. But we're just going to sit and talk about it, you know? I don't need to go scene by scene through it. We're just going to sit and talk about the episode, about what happens, and what's going to happen next week. Because that ending, next week's going to be fun. Technically, it's a couple days when you're seeing this, but it's going to be a fun one. I promise that. So let's get into it. Let's just talk about the Eminence and Shadow, baby. So as we know from our previous episode, this entire arc and everyone in it is focused on Rose. She's our star player here, and everybody wants her in one way or another. We see that members of Shadow Guard and lower ranked members think she betrayed them, and that Lord Shadow is going to deliver swift justice. And we see that even our boy Sid wants to know what the hell is going on with her. He's just as confused as everyone else. Because after the talk they had in our first season, he wants to know what's going through her head right now, why she's doing the things she's doing. Again, he's kind of concerned, but he's not. It's Sid, let's be real here. And we see that with the help of everyone's favorite Jiggly member of the 7, fake Jiggly, I might add, we see our boy Sid gets into the castle as Epsilon's piano assistant, her protege, if you will. And it's here walking through the castle, everyone's favorite Jiggly member pressed up against him. We run into Perv, who is just as much of an asshat as you remember from season 1. Maybe even more so. Next week. And naturally, Perv being Perv, wants the protege of Miss Shion, the best pianist in the world, aka the fakest person I've ever met. He wants Sid to play everyone a tune here. So what's an Eminence to do, guys? Naturally, he's gonna knock their socks off with the one song he knows how to play. But to be fair, he plays it well. And he stuns everyone here. But our boy Sid, being Sid, notices, you know, everyone here is kind of filthy, stinking rich. Look at all the gold and jewels they have on him. So, he robs them blind, as any good pianist would do, of course. And it's here's Perv's rolling his tongue back in his mouth, being blown away by Sid's performance. It was good, to be fair. Sid notices a little ring he has on his side right here, in his pocket. A little ring we might have seen last week. As any Eminence would do, our boy snatches it. And then naturally, like any Eminence, yet again, while he's playing, he also catches the eye of a female. As any good Eminence would. And she is more than happy to show him around in more ways than one. And as she's doing so, she's obviously saying, you know, you're so good. Why don't you come work for this place? We can guarantee you $100 million a year. And our boy naturally is like, damn, $100 million a year from playing the piano? That might be an option. As long as they don't mind him playing literally the same song every single time. I can't imagine he'd learn a different song than the Moonlight Sonata. And naturally, as our boy's trying to get away, he runs into this gross-ass motherfucker, who I don't remember looking like this in the light novel, but damn, they made him an ugly bastard. As he says, hey, what are you doing messing with my girl, man? I'm out here protecting the capital. You're in here macking on my honey? What's up with that? As we see, this dude is a stalker, bro. She don't even like him. Every time she sees him, she runs from him. But he just thinks it's unrequited love. We can look at each other once a day, and that's all we need for our love to blossom. Total fucking creeper, dude. Do not be this guy in real life, guys. Please don't do that. For your own sake, do not be this guy. And it's here in this scene, we're going to actually sit and talk about this one a bit. Because this one I actually feel is important. This scene. When we go back to Rose, who believes that now that she's turned traitor, Shadow Garden is just going to abandon her. And she's not exactly wrong, as she knows that the kingdom of Oriana is going to turn into a battleground between Perv and Shadow Garden soon. She ain't exactly wrong. But what's more important here is that she is reunited with Sid. For the first time in a while, someone who she never thought she would see again. And these two have a pretty interesting conversation, actually, because this is one of the rare times in the show where Sid is being like upfront and genuine with someone. He's still him, obviously, but he's being genuine with her here with what he's saying. Essentially, our boy Sid is confused, like, okay, after everything you told me in season 1, after everything you did with your father attacking Perv, killing your father, by the way, to avoid these situations, why are you giving up now, of all times, when you did all this before? What was your conviction before for? If you're just gonna give up now and give in to him. As he even tells her, like, Rose, me and you are pretty similar, actually. You grew up in a kingdom that looks down on fencers. Something we know she strived to be her entire life. As we know, the Oriana Kingdom is a kingdom of arts. They don't really have, like, knights. They do, but they're looked down upon. It's kind of frowned upon because they're a ritzy society that only cares about the arts, and fighting to them is barbaric. So Rose is kind of like an outsider in her own kingdom because of that. But she still decided to be a knight. Everyone rejected her, and no one understood her, but she still decided to do it. As our boy Sid says, she stayed true to her chosen way of life. And he's similar in a way in his eyes, as he even tells her, no one understood my dream either. As he tells her, I think I know better than anyone how you have felt your life. Which, to be honest, jokes aside, he kind of does. As goofy as his idea of being the Eminence in Shadow is, it's still kind of the same as Rose. They took their paths that no one really understood, no one even thought about trying to understand, and they're alone because of it. But they keep pressing forward. That's why Sid is so, like, mad here. Like, actually, like, a little mad here. He's like, what are you doing? Why are you giving up on yourself? Sid likes Rose, guys. He doesn't like her or anything like that. But as a person, he likes her because he likes her convictions. He likes that she's a strong person that will stand on her own. So the fact that she's doing what she's doing is baffling to him. But even after all this, after this man genuinely kind of pleads with her a little bit, she still pushes him away. Because in her mind, her mother is captive here. She's being held hostage by Perv. Oh, we'll get into that next week. So for her mother's sake, she rejects Sid here. As we see, she's absolutely miserable here. And as we know from season 1, Perv is an abusive fuck who doesn't care about her at all, who's only using her for her status so he can take over the kingdom. That's why they're going through with this marriage to begin with. He doesn't care about Rose in the fucking slightest. He will dispose of her the second he can. As he even reminds her, don't forget that the queen's life depends on your agreeableness. Which, again, we'll get into next week. And this terrifies Rose. It petrifies her. And she can't do anything. She feels helpless. And it's here our boy Sid, who casually is eavesdropping, while still eating cookies, by the way. They're pretty damn good. Comes up with a plan to help Rose. A pretty interesting plan, I'll admit. And it's here, let's talk about what exactly the cult's plan is in the Oriana Kingdom, and why they need this ring. Oh, that our boy Sid conveniently snatched, by the way. We see that they want to awaken a weapon that the Oriana Kingdom had a long time ago called the Black Rose, that is capable of wiping out an entire nation in an instant. That is their plan. That's why they need this ring, and everyone is on the lookout for it. If only they knew who had it. As we see, Perv is, again, he's nothing. As we see, he's taking orders from someone from the round table, Mordred. So with everything going on, all these different factors coming into account, we again fall on Rose and this item being the key to it all as we go into next week in the Eminence and Shadow. And I gotta say, guys, I don't know how I love this format yet. You know, because here's the thing. Are these videos easier for me to do this way? Absolutely. I could probably get a lot more reviews out if I do videos this way. But my concern doing videos this way, I'll tell you guys now, I'll be fully transparent. My concern is that I feel like I'm going to lose like a big part of the channel, like a big identity of the channel doing this. Because some of you had to have subscribed to the channel because you like how I do video formats. And I feel like if I kind of change over to this, we'll lose like a big part of the channel. So these next couple reviews I'm going to be doing over the next couple days. Like, I really need some feedback on this. Obviously, I will change some things up. We'll tweak this a bit, but I really need to know, like, what do you guys prefer? Because moving forward, if you prefer this or you prefer the other way, we'll go with that. I kind of need to know, you know? This is kind of a big decision. I don't know where I stand on it yet. So let me know in the comments how you like this. But again, guys, the Oriana Kingdom's going through some tough times, and hopefully our boy Sid next week can find a way to free Rose from her shackles in a way, in a very unorthodox way. We'll see in a couple days. But again, guys, just let me know in the comments how you feel about this. And until next time, I hope you all have a great day, week, month, and year. And until then, deuces, have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys next time. Deuces.